I need to calm down. Okay, no, I know what's going to be the perfect way to calm down, everybody. Let's hop on over and see what kind of fun we have. Today, we have a GM coming in, picking up something that, I actually do not know this game. So let's go ahead and welcome on in Fel Temp Reparatio. Fel! Hello there, Fel.
Hello.
Good to have you.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
I always forget what you sound like until right when you hop on. Then I'm like, oh yeah, that's Fel Temp.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited for the game today, though, because I don't know it.
Ooh, that's fun.
I mean, you say that's fun, but is it?
Well, for us, but not for the players.
Why?
Because we have Mousetrap Hotel for the Game Boy.
Okay, so I've played the board game Mousetrap. Is it related to that?
Yes, it's licensed from that. For some reason, they decided this needs a platformer, and they needed to have it made by the people who made Bart Simpson's Escape from Camp Deadly.
You know what? Somehow that is pretty much the best Simpsons Game Boy game out there. Like, I enjoyed Camp Deadly.
It played worse, but it's not good.
Yeah, I agree it's not good, but it's playable. I was going to say, compared to Space Mutants or Bart versus the World or Bartman meets Radioactive Man, I guess those weren't Game Boy, but I considering that they all sort of came out at the same time by the same company, there are a lot of bad Simpsons games out there.
Yep, and a lot of bad games from Imagineering in general. Like, they also made the infamous Barbie game for the NES that I don't think it's quite as bad as people say it is, but is not good.
I really like Barbie on the NES. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I would say it's only considered bad because it was specifically made for girls. And yeah, let's just say they really, really had some things to think about their target audience. And that's called
definitely
being sexist. Yeah. But, that's the 90s for you, okay? Everybody thought boys wanted action and girls wanted Barbie. And that's all. So, luckily, we've changed a lot in the way that game developers approach games. And that even companies who have games made don't make those same mistakes quite as much.
Yeah.
I'm going to end up being completely wrong about that and hearing about a new company's game that's...
Yeah, there's probably something out there that would be disappointing.
I'll just go ahead and be disappointed right now. Ugh.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Oh, that's a lot easier.
Just got out ahead of it, and that when you actually see it, it's like, I was already expecting that. I'm good.
Proactive disappointment. That is the way to live your life, everybody. Proactive. So, what has been going on in your life? I know that it's been a little bit of a busy time for me. It's good to have you here. Anything exciting? Anything fun?
I've been doing a lot of work from home, and usually I have some of YouTube in the background, and for some reason I've been listening to all these keeping reptiles as pets videos, so now I know a lot more about like ball pythons than I ever did before.
Ooh.
One of those random YouTube rabbit holes, don't know why. I do not have any reptiles. But
still, that's fun.
Yeah, I'm learning new things, and that's always good.
Yeah, I've been... Let's see. When I play games a little bit at night, which I usually do, I end up putting on the podcast, Last Podcast on the Left, and it... because I listened to some of the episodes before, I was like, let's go ahead and give others a shot, and like they're all about true crime and conspiracy theories, and this is what I'm loving. I wasn't sure if I would love them, but I do.
Yeah, listen to them on and off, and yeah, they're good.
Yeah, a little bit vulgar for those who are a little bit... when I say a little bit, I mean, yeah. So if you're a little bit less of a fan of that, that is not the podcast for you, but I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I've been listening to catching up on Ono, Ross, and Carrie, which is a skeptic podcast where they try alternative medicines, or they try joining cults and doing weird things like that and reporting back on what happened.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's very fascinating. Just like especially ones about like the weird like cultures they run into, and like one really interesting series is about people going to Central America to take hallucinogens to try to solve their life's problems.
Oh, I mean, that's what everybody does at some point in their life, you know?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, not really, everybody. Not endorsed by Ku5ogrande, okay? No endorsements. We couldn't even get one if we tried.
Yeah, and having listened to that, I'll very much say, please do not do that. The host had to describe his experience feeling like he was dying for hours and having a basically hours-long panic attack that sounded horribly traumatic after
Well,
taking
that doesn't
stuff.
sound great. Yeah, okay.
No, they try to convince him that that's a good thing, and that's what you're trying to go for in the retreat.
Nah, I'll pass.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there are other ways to feel horrible about myself. I've got that covered. Oh, well, oh my gosh. Okay, the music is working. It's loud and clear. It's at least there. So there we go. Our 4 players: Rain Man, L, Panzer Dave, Moonblaze Wolf, and Drex 23. They're going to be battling it out for 1 hour, seeing who can make the most progress as possible. I'm doing one final check just to make sure that everything looks right, that everything is in the right location. You can't be too careful.
Nope.
Okay, let me check 50 more times. I'm joking. Okay, go ahead. Nope, never mind.
Yeah, it's a chat's like, what's with the walk cycle? And I just wish I knew.
You know, that's how mice walk. I guess. It's been a little while since I've seen a real-life mouse. Everybody, though, I want you to get all of your mouse-related emotes ready. We need mice, we need cheese, we need bats? I mean, bats are the mice of the sky.
Close enough, yeah. They're cute.
I'm waiting for one person to confirm that they're ready. Oh, yeah, you can go ahead and spam cheese already. Like, I'm still working on getting the match going. There we go. Cats? Oh no, cats are not mouse-related. Okay, one little teeny tiny thing, and now I'm doing the countdown. Spam those emotes, everybody. Pikachu, yeah, lightning mouse.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
Fictional mice are fine with me.
As soon as I see movement in the stage, I will start our timer. And here we go. Wait, really? The first stage is right to left?
Starts out that way. This actually changes directions a lot, though.
I mean, it's not a bad thing to do. It's just absolutely not the standard these days, you know?
Yeah, and even back then, I can't think of many games that started that way.
Gotta have standards. Yeah, anybody else able to think of a game that does that?
Alright, so a couple of things early on. Like,
Okay.
one thing I'm wondering is, you'll see mouse traps on the ground, and if you're like me, you'll just be like, oh, I jump over the mouse trap. I'm a mouse, I don't want to touch it. And you will die if you just touch it. But if you tail whip it, it drops a 1-up. Every single one of them, and there's a lot of them.
Are you serious? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
So if you realize that, it makes the game a lot easier, but I did not tell them that, so let's see how long it takes them to figure out that there's a use to those.
They might be able to. Hiding a 1-up in something that insta-kills you is pretty bad, but then again, I don't think you have any health in this game anyway. Oh no, Rain Man! Yeah,
Moonblades Wolf jumped over the jumped over the cheese, which is the 1-up.
Wait, the cheese is a 1-up?
Yeah, the cheese that's
Well,
dropped
that
from the
makes
trap
sense.
is the 1-up. Yeah.
I mean, since you don't have a health bar, everything is a one-hit kill. Yeah, like 1 bar of health is 1 whole life.
You actually do get more health when you pick up those cookies. It also lengthens your tail for some reason, so you can have a much longer attack.
Oh, he's so ugly. Oh, Midway's Wolf falling into the drink there. It looks like that jump is bad, like the mouse's jump. Tell me about the physics. How does the jump work?
Very stiffly. You have a little bit of control in the air, but not much, and you don't feel like you're going quite where you thought you were going at first. Like, once you get used to it, it's not too bad, but the whole feel of this game, the controls, it just feels all wrong and stiff, and you're going to be dying early on a lot just from it not quite doing what you want it to do.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm just so stressed watching these jumps. It's the type of jump that, I don't know, makes you I can't think of a word that's not gross. Let's see. It just makes you tense up. There we go.
Yeah, I'll agree on that.
At least it makes me tense up. Oh, I get stressed. For those who are asking in chat, by the way, we have 3 matches today. This is match number 1. Don't worry, we've got plenty. Oh, Panzer Dave and Rainman both fell into the drink after landing on the middle platform. I think that middle platform...
Yeah, it's so small, and this early in the game before you understand the physics of everything, it's cool to put it right there.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, Moonblaze Wolf taking a death right there. 0 maxis left.
Yeah, I expected them to die quite a few times on this stage before being able to move on at all.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see much progress for a little while, just because everything is insta-kill. And you go back to the beginning of the stage every time you die. This is rough, but honestly, you know, if you're playing something like this where you're just dying over and over and over and over again, just know everybody else is likely dying over and over and over again as well. You know, it's not just you.
Yeah, of course, when you're in the match, you just assume otherwise, like, maybe they are. Maybe I'm just the worst Ku5ogrande player, and you can't know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, like, what's up with his arms when he's walking or jumping?
Yeah, that's a very good question. It's a really weird walk cycle they gave him.
Everything about this game just feels off. I mean, it's Imagineering. I saw Sharfers in chat. Yeah, you would like this game.
Yeah, Garby didn't seem to mind the game either during playtesting.
Oh. But it's... I don't know. I think I'm not the biggest fan of this game. Like, the music isn't too terrible compared to other musics I've heard. The gameplay is really difficult to do just right, but I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, Feltemp.
That's fine, but
it's just... Yeah.
Yeah. This is such a weird property to make into a platformer, of all things, and I kind of wonder if the designer is like, what the heck do we even do with this?
Yeah. I mean... that's sort of what it feels like, yeah.
Yeah, like, you see bits and pieces of things in the board game, but most of the stuff has, like, nothing to do with it. Like, there's no washing machines in that board game.
There weren't, as far as I can... Wait, no. There was a wash tub.
There was a wash tub.
So that's almost accurate, right?
Kinda, sorta.
Kinda, sorta. My gosh. I did play the game a lot when I was younger, but I think that, to begin with, we didn't actually play the game itself. We just set it up and then knock stuff down. But I was good at Mousetrap, okay?
I feel like that's how everyone actually played Mousetrap. Like, I vaguely remember as a kid once trying to play the board game, and I feel like I didn't actually finish it.
Yeah, the thing is, what you have to do is get it built to the point where you can actually get the trap to go off, and then double check, triple check everything to make sure that you don't have any like small mistakes or accidentally have things not completely connected, because it was just really easy for something to get stuck somewhere if you were just a little bit off.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the game, okay?
I'm a fan of the toy that disguises itself as a board game.
Oh, yeah, that's a better point.
So something on Drex's screen with that pipe to the right, it's, you need to be very careful to actually stay on that pipe, or you instantly die like that. Like, it doesn't actually slow you down, but game acts like it slows you down as long as you're staying on top of the pipe and kind of climbing. It's still like free fall. It looks all of the weird animation, essentially. So you just gotta kind of figure out, oh wait, this actually does something, even though it feels like it doesn't.
In what world do bubbles kill you? Why are the bubbles murderous? What is even happening in this game?
Maybe this mouse has a detergent allergy, okay?
A detergent allergy. Yeah, I don't know. The humans could be evil. Because what I'm seeing is that the overall goal of this game is that you're trying to go and visit your girlfriend. Unfortunately, she's in the penthouse of a hotel, and you are in the cellar. So you gotta get to the penthouse, baby. Gotta be moving up.
Yeah, and sadly, I'm pretty sure we'll not be seeing that today.
How did Panzer Dave die? I think he touched the cookie and died.
I wasn't looking right then.
Oh,
but,
no.
But pretty much anything... Normally it's anything that's like not a cookie is probably going to hurt you. Cookie or cheese.
This is just a video game. That's what I need to remind myself about.
Yeah, and I just saw Drex die at the next section of this. It's kind of like the halfway point of the level. So I guess he didn't reach a checkpoint yet.
Oh my gosh. So what information did you give them about this game? Because it seems fairly straightforward what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I didn't tell them that much, and I didn't... Looking around quickly, I didn't immediately find a manual anyway. But, this is actually a somewhat non-linear game. After you beat this level, you can basically choose any floor you want to go to and do them in any order. I did tell them this to go bottom up, because that's what it defaults to, and it's easier to track if they just all do the same levels. But other than that, I basically just told them go.
Yeah, going in a specific floor order, right?
Yeah, so like just go bottom up, and just choose the lowest floor you haven't been to yet.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea.
Yeah, I feel like the section Drex is on is less painful than the earlier one. Like those rising and falling platforms give you a warning, so it's hard to get crushed by them unless you do something stupid.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just found a review for this game. It's titled, "A Mouse That Uses His Tail as a Whip." Right. And I'm like, that is the most dubious part of this game for you? That he whips? What about his walk cycle, dude? But no, whipping with your tail. Ooh. My name is Game FAQ's Reviewer, and I hate that he uses his tail.
Yeah, that is a weird thing to just focus on.
I love it.
So there are a couple little touches in the section Drex is on I find kind of interesting. Like the bugs can actually be squished by those platforms, which is, I think, like how low quality the rest of this game is, it feels like a weird touch to bother putting in. And one thing you'll also find is the bugs can set up the traps. And the traps are kind of a little like dark spot. You just like tilting over there. Yeah, there's not the one part where they actually acts like mousetrap. Oh, you hit a thing and it starts a weird trap.
I mean, yeah, if you're going to make a mousetrap game, you have to have that. Rain Man just fell and died? Like, some of these deaths I can't explain. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's there is falling damage unless you hug the pipe just right. Then it doesn't give you falling damage, and it's not really clear about communicating that.
Oh my gosh, so you actually do have to go sort of down the pipe.
Yeah, you need to kind of use let. And you barely react in the air because it's like one of those. And this is when the jump and fall physics are like it barely wants to respond to you. So you have to like pull real hard left and just hope it goes far enough back to get back on the pipe.
Yeah, that's actually pretty hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the fact is, I've watched it multiple times and I haven't really seen any difference at all while falling. But, you know, if there is fall damage and you die from falling too far, that's kind of amazing. Yeah, Panzer Dave right there.
Yep, he didn't go back to the pipe early enough, unfortunately. You have to kind of be there for probably like a couple tiles worth at least. I'm not 100% sure exactly how much of the pipe you need to ride. But so you just try to hug it as much as possible. Yeah, you try to have like a shadow jump like that. There we go.
I like the idea. It didn't work. Oh no! Oh, Moonblaze Wolf jumped on the ant.
Yeah, you can jump on the ants. You can't jump on most enemies, but they just went out of the way to make sure the bugs can die like bugs.
Ah, good.
Ooh,
The
Drex
bugs.
is beating the first level.
Very nice. Moonblaze Wolf is getting pretty far into this as well. I think we're going to see a couple people moving on to this elevator.
Yeah, it's a little bonus stage. You try to catch those things that are falling, and it gives you like 1-ups from doing
Well,
that.
it's not clear that you're supposed to catch them. Drex is trying to whip them.
Yeah, I don't blame Drex for being very cautious about this, given that like everything else in this game kills you.
Oh yeah, if it moves, generally a good assumption is it's probably going to kill you. No, Moonblaze Wolf! Oh, well, it's a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. Yeah, I know that, I believe at least Rain Man and Moonblaze Wolf, this is their first Ku5ogrande. Moonblaze Wolf is a friend of mine, he's pretty cool. Panzer Dave has definitely been around a while, and Drex, I swear I know Drex.
So the scale in level 2 is really strange. He's like those giant legs of these people, and these, I guess, are really tiny suitcases, given that they're the size of a mouse.
Do you just have to jump to the left? Oh no, he got the ant to go across the trap.
Yep, that's actually what you want to do. If you try walking
No!
across yourself, you will die, and it doesn't let you jump. So the solution is actually you trap something else. And when, for a rare instance, like, oh, this makes sense as a mousetrap game.
Yeah, that part makes sense. I love it. Now, there are a few other things that they could have done with this game to make it better, like, just make it better.
Yeah, pretty much.
My recommendation right there. I
Yeah,
don't know. If you do get a licensed game, though, and you're supposed to make it into a platformer for the Nintendo, or for the Game Boy even, you know, this isn't a bad attempt.
Yeah, and my guess is they probably had, like, no time to develop this. It's probably like, yeah, you're making a mousetrap game in 2 months. Go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm reading this review, and I'm not sure I agree with the review, because they say, as your adventure continues, you will find keys and go through an elevator to get to different floors. Well, this gets old fast. As you progress, your tail will get very long unless you die, but the enemies are so freaking cheap in this game. It seems like they take a freaking year and a day to kill. I'm dead serious about this. It seems like they just won't freaking die. To add up the gameplay score, it's basically jump, tail whip, and fight enemies. Do enemies get more difficult later on?
Not what I've seen. I've basically only done like the first couple levels because that was basically a couple hours for me. So I figured like, if the players get past it like in 1 hour, it will be barely past that. But yeah, the enemies I've seen don't seem to either invincible or they die fast. So it might be something like really late in the game they're referring to, or maybe they just thought some things could die that couldn't. I'm not sure.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, I love that they complain a little bit about the graphics. They're like, the graphics in this game are so-so. I know it's not the GBA, but man, that background is repeated. For example, when you get into a hotel floor, you see one background. Well, I thought I'd get to see at least another background on a different floor, but I was wrong. The enemies are pretty good, but repetitive. Okay. Replay value. There is no replay value at all in this game. Once you beat this game, that's it. There's absolutely nothing to do in this game once you beat it. I was shocked when I beat it in week. I was even more shocked when I couldn't do anything else once you beat it.
How are you surprised a Game Boy platform only lasted you a week?
I know, it's gonna last you a full week? That's good for a Game Boy platformer.
Yeah. I think as a kid, like, I beat Mario Land in like 2 days. Or something, and like... Yeah, this would last me longer if I actually played it, but I feel like I'd just go back to Mario Land instead.
Hey, Moonblaze is on the elevator, also dodging everything. I think he's gonna figure it out that this is a bonus stage.
Hopefully.
Nope. Whatever. Okay, Moonblaze moving on to the next floor. Watch out for... Whoa, it's Abe Lincoln. Look at how long those legs are.
Yeah. Yeah, there's these giant people stomping with one foot in one place for some reason next to their tiny luggage.
Let's see. Sorry, I just need to... for some reason, I really want to look up his legs. Because I feel like he really did have... He was really tall.
Yeah, pretty really tall. I haven't heard specifically about his legs, but...
I don't know. That's
And
okay.
sadly, Moonblaze Wolf is back in level 1. But on the plus side, Panzer Dave is in the elevator.
Do 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 do. Panzer Dave is doing exactly the same thing. Still, it's good to see that multiple people have been able to get through the first level. Honestly, a lot of trial and error. One thing that players could think about as well is if there is a place that's convenient to grind lives, you may wish to do that. I mean, Rain Man is proceeding with 7 lives into the Stompers, and that could really make this a lot easier.
Yeah, going out of the way the extra lives really does help in this. Like, mostly because there are no continues.
Yeah, you definitely want to be grabbing some of the extra lives. Yeah, the music kind of is scary in the bonus area, so I understand. Panzer Dave just got stomped him. But still, like, that was a pretty good start into level 2. Rain Man's the only one who hasn't gotten there yet, and he is well on his way right now. Like, everybody is making good progress.
Honestly, I think they all kind of get level 2 a little bit faster than I did, so good on them. Except I did figure out the bonus stage the first time, so good on me there. But yeah, I do expect them to probably get farther than I did. Or at least the top 2 or something.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, so I found out about this game from another stream called the Retro Pals, where every Friday they've been trying to play every single mascot platformer ever made, and then ranking them on a giant list of best to worst. This is pretty near the bottom.
Yeah, I could imagine. Like, at the same time, this is playable. It's just, I think the physics as well as the cruel nature of the game, that is what's making it more bad than good for me.
Yeah, definitely. The whole feel is just very bad in this.
Let's see.
Let's see. I think everyone has figured out the one-up thing, which is good. Or at least most of them did.
Huh. Sorry, I'm looking up information about Abe Lincoln, and I'm getting some interesting things like, who would win in a fight to the death? Abraham Lincoln, Gandalf, or Barry Scott?
I would guess Gandalf, but what is your research turning up?
Let me see. I don't know what this answer means. Okay, Lincoln is weak, essentially. Yeah, and apparently Barry Scott is also inferior to Gandalf, who has been in plenty of fights. Yeah, I feel like Gandalf, hands down.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I was just kind of hoping we had, like, secret Abraham Lincoln magic I didn't know about, but I guess from the sounds of it, no.
Yeah. Book Gandalf or movie Gandalf? I'd say either Gandalf. That sounds pretty decent, yeah. Unfortunately, mice are weak to Abraham Lincoln's stomping feet, so that's
a good point.
Yeah.
So I guess, like, if Gandalf got turned into a mouse in a wizard duel, then that would change everything.
Ooh, yeah, just pull out a mirror, Abe Lincoln. Bounce. Gandalf spells back at him, he's a frog. Or mouse. I imagine you could stomp on a frog, too. Like, Abe Lincoln's gotta be a stomping pro.
Yeah,
oh,
probably.
no, Xandra, I'm sorry.
Look, it's a different mouse, Xandra, okay? Alright, looks like Rain Man's about to go back in the bonus stage. Yeah, I noticed that he was kind of hanging around that elevator door. I'm not sure exactly what triggers it to open. You kind of like supposed to hit buttons, hit up, and eventually it opens. I don't know if it's timed or if it's just some dumb thing I'm not doing all the time, but it's unresponsive and it's not clear if you have to do anything once you're there.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's strange to me. Rain Man also isn't realizing that it's a bonus game. I suppose once you've gotten to the point that everything kills you, you would probably not trust those things to fall. It's like animals, okay? Everything's out there to kill you. Then you run into a guy with a bagel. You're not gonna take the bagel. No. Whatever, go away, dude. You're just trying to eat me. It's one of your tricks. Bagel guy. Seriously. Oh my gosh, the net looks exactly like it does in the game. Sorry, I just saw it falling on Rainman's screen.
Yep, one of the few things, at least as far as I've seen.
Oh, and smushified.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll figure out, something that I found easy about these feet is you can kind of press into them. They don't, like, kill you for trying to walk into them while they're moving up, so that kind of easily gets you underneath.
Yeah, Rain Man did it right there.
Yep, he's got it. Though it doesn't work for 1 foot later, and I'll get to that once someone's there.
The tax. Uh-oh. Do 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 do. Like, the music is pretty good for this. I enjoy it. Imagineering always had, well, didn't always, often had pretty decent music, you know?
Sometimes, yeah, they're at least not the worst when I think of, like, bad video game music.
Yeah, the person who did the audio here, Mark Van Heck, also did audio for Home Improvement, Power Tool Pursuit, Family Dog, Family Feud, Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends? Which one? Oh, Genesis and Super Nintendo. Never mind. You are terrible. You're a terrible person. Oh, and also for the Game Boy Rocky and Bullwinkle. Oh, did they do the original? The original on the NES? I don't think so. Good, we're saved.
Oh, that's good. And Rain Man is right next to something that's very important. That little thumbtack on the ground. You can actually tell Whip App to move it, and if it goes underneath the foot will stomp on it, lift up, and then just stop moving.
Oh no.
But yeah, there's nothing at all indicating that you can interact with it. You just have to decide, gee, does this do anything?
Well, these hammers. Why are so many hammers falling? Those were in the game. Not sure. I don't think tacks were, but... Oh, no! Ooh.
I think I think Rayman has gotten farther than anyone else so far.
Yeah, honestly, Rain Man is making a really good push.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh. This is bad for my anxiety, just the hammers. I hate it.
Yeah, those are awful.
Oh, Rain Man unfortunately jumped.
Well...
Oh no! Oh, smushed!
Last life. Let's see what Rayman can do.
Okay, he boogied under the stomping foot. Now facing the hammers. Oh, they... Okay, good dodges, good dodges. There's the tack. Oh no! You have to attack it?
Yeah, there is a foot you need to use attack to stop, because it goes too fast for you to go under it otherwise.
That's
yeah, luckily...
so bad.
Surprised I figured it out. I actually had to look up a log plane to see I got past one of these feet. Because like, okay, I'm missing something. Because I couldn't fit under it. And it's like, oh, you can use attack?
Hey, Drex got a whole bunch of extra lives. 8 lives going into level 2. That is huge.
That really is, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, that's what the players should really be thinking about. How are they going to make sure that... How are they going to make sure that they have enough attempts on the second level? And, you know, grinding out lives early on, if it's doable, is probably a good way to go, you know? Honestly, slow progress, but consistent is better than fast but unreliable. At least in this game, for sure.
Yeah, there's no timer or anything. You really can just take your time and just go, like, inch by inch, being very careful if you want to, and that probably is the best way to get anywhere in this game.
Oh, yeah. What? Sorry, I just saw one of the people who worked on this also worked on the game Crossbow, which we had the arcade version, I believe, in Ku5ogrande a while ago. Yeah, I love that. I love it so much.
Huh.
But, yeah, honestly, if I were one of those kids who was, like, way overly excited about Mousetrap, parent gets this for me, I think I would still have fun. Yeah, it's not exactly super fast-paced, but I would still have fun, because the music doesn't hurt me, and because, like, it's playable.
Yeah,
I have low standards.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a game where, like, I'd progress fast enough, or I wouldn't just get frustrated and put it down. At least when I was, like, the right age, I would just be like, okay, a little further that time. Okay, got a little further that time. Because there are some games that are hard enough, and you just like, hit a brick wall. And I don't feel like you quite hit a brick wall in this.
Drex, by the way, onto the falling hammers with a lot of lives. Good attempts to make here. Yeah, well, you also have to realize that there are a lot of games in the 90s and such that just were not good.
Yeah,
you know, and, you know, they ended up either being boring or just boring, tedious, just not good. And this, yeah, for sure, it's not the highest quality game in the world, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this boring, at least. Very frustrating, but...
Ooh, Drex gets stomped. I actually think that there may be a way to get through that, because if you turn around, your hitbox seems to be a little bit lower, but you can stay more towards the right. Sorry, I'm thinking of speedrun strategies. You might not need to use the tack if you do it just right.
That's interesting. I hadn't noticed any weirdness with the hitboxes like that.
Yeah, I think if you go slightly under the foot, then turn around, then when the foot raises up, you're going to be a little bit more to the right.
Huh, I wonder if anyone's going to test that. That'd be,
I don't know.
It'd be interesting to see in the match.
This is another section of the game that's poorly explained. Well, I don't know. How do you explain it? There's a tack on the ground and a stomping foot, and there's no text in the game except at the very top. They didn't even try to explain what was going on here.
Yeah, I do wonder if the manual did tell you some of the secrets, but again, I had trouble finding that, so... And it's more fun to watch players struggle anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And thinking back on it, like, when I was a young kid, I wouldn't have read the manual for a Game Boy game. I just plugged it in and just kept trying it.
Am I feeling attacked? Wow. Wow, you nerds. They're all nerds! Fell Temp. Would you consider yourself a nerd?
Yeah. I'd say so, yeah.
Okay, what kind of nerd, though?
Retro gaming, I've also started collecting anime on Laserdisc.
Oh my gosh, Laserdisc, you are such a nerd. I love it. My uncle had a Laserdisc collection. Let me pronounce that correctly. And it was pretty dang great. He did end up selling most of it. I think he was making a pretty decent profit because they became pretty rare.
Yeah, there's kind of, like when DVD took over at first, like, they were kind of worthless because because all the high-end people who bought Laserdisc with the best video quality were like, well, now there's a better one. I don't need a Laserdisc anymore.
Yeah.
But then now there's a lot of cheap movies, but there are some that are quite collectible now. And have generally gone up in price since, like, the early 2000s.
I love it. Yeah, I was gonna say that Laserdisc was the first time I saw Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And it was great. It was two-sided. You had to flip the disc partway through.
Oh yeah, I'm lucky I have one of the high-end players that'll flip it itself. It moves the whole laser assembly to the other side of the disc, and it's like stop the disc and then drop the disc the other direction. So you just like wait a minute for it to do that, but then it just plays the other side.
Ah, the Laserdisc option for lazy people.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it's a really cool artifact of history that I think a lot of people won't even know about in 5 or 10 years. I'm a huge fan of Laserdiscs, though. I just won't get them because they're a bit pricey.
Yeah, finding a player can be awkward too. Just a lot of times players don't survive shipping, so you kind of have to find them locally. Because yeah, those players are both really heavy and fragile, and that's not a good combination for shipping.
Yeah, not at all. Oh my gosh. And yeah, Kissinchu was saying they were super fragile. I know my uncle really took care of them.
Yeah, you need to like store them vertically and everything, or they can get like bent or cracked, and yeah.
Yeah.
But really weird formats. There's I used to have a CED video disc player, and those were movies on vinyl.
How?
A really strange technology where it had grooves and it had a needle, but what was actually doing was like measuring the distance between the bottom of the needle and like the bottom of the groove, to my understanding, and like that difference made a waveform that turned into the signal. And it worked very poorly. It's like VHS quality about, only it skips constantly because any tiny bit of dust messes it up.
Oh, that sounds... Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Yeah, and it's also like those grooves because like they're so tiny to actually get that space is that like the ridges between them are really fragile. So if you put something heavy on top of one of the discs, you basically ruin it forever.
Yeah, how could you even... Just a sec. How could you... Like, how much time would be on each disc?
It's about an hour per side.
Wait,
There's another one had to flip
seriously?
over.
It was more than the Laserdisc?
Laserdisc was also normal. Laserdisc is weird. There's kind of two formats. You had an hour per side, or you could have a half hour per side with all these special features like you could do frame by frame and stuff, but the cost of capacity.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but here's the thing: that movies on vinyl came out after Laserdisc.
I love it. That's actually so cool to me. I had no idea that those existed, and now, like, I want to check one out.
Yeah, and they came out in, like, 82, they canceled it in 84, they levied the last disc in 86, and it cost RCA $500 million in 1980s money, because it flopped that hard.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out in the early 70s, where it might have been actually important and interesting, but, yeah, after everyone already had VCRs, it didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Chat is noticing, by the way, that Rain Man did the bonus room. That is true. That was great to see him do that.
Yeah, glad that someone finally got that.
Well, I've seen a couple. Moonblaze Wolf is doing it. I think Drex has been doing it. Panzer Dave, as far as I'm aware, is the only one who's not aware that the bonus stage is a bonus stage.
Hopefully I'll figure it out soon.
Oh, Rain Man getting the smush. Oh, you hate to see that, you know?
Yeah.
I guess. It's fine.
Well, I just want to see them finish this level. Hopefully someone will by the end of this.
Oh no, the person who designed this game, this was the very first game that he designed. And as far as I can tell, really only worked on a couple other games during this whole thing. Sewer Shark somehow was involved with that. And Make My Video, Chris Cross.
Quality entertainment.
Yeah, that sounds like it's gonna be... Oh, for the Sega CD. Yeah, let's just say that he definitely didn't really have experience designing stuff. And he did a relatively good job. Like, the game is easy for me to follow. The stages are actually linear and, like, I'd say varied up enough that, you know, you can actually see a difference between things.
Yeah, I probably also this is a functional game. Like, they probably had no time, and that was probably the goal, to make something that's good enough that they're not going to return it to the store immediately. And they succeeded on that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, honestly, there's very little information about this game from what I've seen so far. It's just... I don't know, one of those things that's lost a little bit to history, which is why I'm glad that we have it here, you know, so that we can all remember a game that, honestly, still, even with the mousetrap stuff, there isn't a lot of it, but there's just a teeny bit of nostalgia eking through this game. Just a tiny bit, not much.
Yeah, like, this really also feels like the kind of game I could have gotten as a kid, even though I didn't. Like, it's that kind of like almost nostalgia from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised I never heard of it. Like, this is usually all the other Imagineering games, like all their Simpsons stuff and Barbie and all that, and it's like, this is such a weird license, and it's still those same problems those games have. You'd think it'll be one of those, you see it mention those, worst games of Game Boy lists or whatever, even if it's not, like, necessarily the worst. But it's the kind you'd think would be on those lists.
Like, it looks like it should be on those lists. Oh, Panzer Dave, no! Honestly, there are a lot of games on the worst of lists that aren't actually that bad. In my opinion. Yeah. You know, it's just that because they're legendary, they make it to the list.
Yeah, a lot of times I feel like it is because some early internet funny man put it on a comedy list that even he didn't take seriously.
Yeah, I think that... I don't know, then again, I've been looking at a whole bunch of bad games for quite a while. I've got my hierarchy of needs when it comes to video games, okay?
Yeah, there's kind of a point where we play games to a certain level of bad. You look at a lot of those games like, it's not good, but there's like basic competence there. Like with the Barbie game we're talking about, like that understands how to iterate on challenges and stuff like that. That like goes to like Miracle Rope It. It's like, nope.
Oh my gosh, but Miracle Rope It actually has some worthwhile stuff. Like, I find it fascinating to have a portal that actually can damage you. It's a poorly implemented thing, but still. Still, it was innovation. And that's what I like to see. If you're going to make it bad, at least go big. Go all out. Don't make it very average.
Yeah, I'd much rather have someone like aim for the stars and fail than have just be like, than it just make something really boring.
See, what I would love to do is have some sort of scale. I think I would have it from -10 to 10. And essentially, you know, it's a review scale. If it's in the negative, then it's considered a bad game. But if it's in the positive, considered a good game. The bigger the number, the more that, like, I would recommend it. So, like, a game, if it was -9, well, yeah, it's bad, but it would come highly recommended.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's like my dream scale right there. Yep, you are able to move the thumbtacks under the enemy's feet to keep them from moving. Rain Man is doing a pretty good job getting through this section, but lots of falling objects that are wont to kill a mouse. Oh, jeez.
I think Drex is almost done with the first half of this level, if I recall correctly.
Oh, the hammer to the face from Moonblaze Wolf. So Fel, how far do you expect players to be able to get? Because they've gotten a decent way into Stage 2. I'm not sure how long Stage 2 is, but they've done a pretty good job there.
Yeah, I'd expect them, for the most part, to get to Stage 3, but not really past that.
Okay,
gotcha.
And
Drex has gotten to the end of the first half of Level 2, and he noticed this, it stops scrolling right. Because what happens is now you go back left, and now it's different stuff.
Oh, no. Oh, like, are the legs still there? Please be gone, legs.
Trying to remember, because I think I only got this far once.
Oh no, there's farting hands, punchy hands. Those are also in the game. The box, the hands that punch you. It's just that they're a lot bigger than that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's what they are. I don't know.
I haven't used that thing in a while. I'm trying to remember what a lot of that looked like.
Well, Drex, I actually really love the idea of having you go through the stage one way and then go back through it. You still have the same layout. What am I even talking about? The layout is exactly just a flat surface, okay? There's not really much going on here. Who knows if the suitcases are even in the same place as they were before? Like, there's no way to know, but it's a fun idea. It just messes with you a little bit.
Yeah, I like the idea. I mean, that's where there's some indication that you have to go back left, so you're not, like, trying to go right for, like, 30 seconds first, going, hey, what's going on? What?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of a fan of that choice. Good job, designers. You win 1 point from me. It's a negative point. But that's okay, because you want to be down there in the negative scale.
Yeah, it's like, well, at least it's unique. That's a thing I haven't seen in other Game Boy games this time.
There's so many bad Game Boy games, and it's actually surprising how many of them had ambitious mechanics, but there were also a lot that were just the copy and pasted, tried and true formula of make a platformer with little to no innovation. This at least has some.
Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of like the basis of what probably could have been a good game if they had real development time and budget.
Yeah. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, I think even with go backwards here, I was thinking level 1 it takes it a weird route where you go up and down, left and right. I think it kind of loops you in a similar way, which is really strange too. It kind of confused me the first time I played this.
The bad thing is that some of the music in this makes me think of Action 52. Like, yeah, of unlicensed stuff. And that's a little bit worrying when, like, it's not bad like Action 52 music. It's actually pretty enjoyable, but I hate that I can still say that that's probably the same type of wave that they did to make some crappy music, because all they did was... Is it Alfred and the Fetick? I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, there's something that does feel like kind of amateur about the way the sound is done.
I mean, it was fairly limited. It's Game Boy, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, if we got to listen to Battletoads on the Game Boy just a little while ago on the stream at the very, very beginning, and, you know, that is super impressive music for the Game Boy. It doesn't sound like it's the Game Boy. It's so good. But yeah, this kind of cuts in and out, you know, especially when you're attacking. The static sounds more like a glitch than anything else. I don't know. I've got a lot of opinions.
Yeah, I feel like if it had a sound engine that like functioned, they're like good enough.
Yeah, it's... Yeah. I'd say you take the tools that you've got, and if you can make something that isn't outright offensive, then you've done a pretty good job. And I would say that this music is actually pretty enjoyable. Not the best tool that they had, but hey.
Yeah, like everything else, I feel like it's functional. Like, it's not like worst of the worst, but it is one of the things where you can tell, like, it feels very low budget or, like, quickly made.
Oh, yeah. I was wanting to go into music composition, actually, and tried to get moved over to that major back before... When was that? Like 2004, 2005? That was years ago. So I'm really kind of picky about music choices.
Do you actually compose anything?
I mean, I have. I actually did music for a game once that was never released. That was fun. So I've actually been paid as a composer. Yeah.
That's cool. What was the game gonna be? Can you tell us?
It was gonna be an RPG. And the guy who was making it mostly... he was an artist who did a lot of watercolors and was trying to incorporate those in. It would have been really cool looking, but
yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, some people start with pet projects and, you know, just never really get past the beginning stages, and that's fine. So, per chat, it looks like Drex is currently moving on to the next area. Am I?
Yep, you just got to level 3.
Then why does it say 2?
Do
you start on floor 0?
You might.
Oh my gosh, whoever made this was a programmer.
Yeah, you start in the basement, though, so that's probably why you get basement first floor, second floor.
It's because he's a programmer. It just has to be like, now you start 0, not 1. Yeah, shut up. Okay,
yeah, Drex is really
care.
solidifying a lead here.
If you only have room 0, how many rooms do you have? You have 1. So dumb. I have some baggage with programmers. No, it's more that I absolutely disagree with all y'all who are on that fence of start with 0. Nah, start with 1. Who cares? Oh, Panzer Dave died again. He was trying to get through there without using the tack. I don't know if that's actually possible. Like, that would be great if it were.
Yeah, the main thing is figuring out that you can't even move the tack. Again, like, I was having trouble. I just looked up a long play at that point and was like, oh, you can do that?
So you cheated?
I cheated, yeah.
Wow. How could you? How could you do this?
I'm so sorry. I guess I should probably just resign from this, shouldn't I?
Yeah, give me your retirement checks. All of them. It's okay. I'll let you... No, I'm not gonna let you have any. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh, man. I think that would probably be illegal if I tried to take your audio checks. What am I even thinking about? Your retirement checks? I'll go ahead and not do that.
Yeah, I'll just have to refund you all my big cushy GM salary.
Oh, baby.
That mousetrap down that pipe there, that's just the meanest thing on Drex's screen.
Oh, yeah, it's... I don't know. There's just so much to this game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still really glad that I can look at the stage and see more or less how far the players are. Rain Man is making a really good push, though, in this stage. You know, heading to the left on level 2.
That's good. Yeah, he has 11 lives. There's a really good chance he can catch up.
Oh, yeah. Do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Ah. Well, we have under 10 minutes left. We're making some solid progress. Rain Man is really trying to make a good new personal best. With the 11 extra lives, I think that's going to be very doable. Like, Rain Man actually is geared up to have a possibility of taking first.
Yeah, at the very least, we're going to see level 3 from 2 people, and that's good. I'm glad that people have made it that far.
Oh my gosh, the death-punching hands that spray mouse gas. I don't like it.
No.
I don't know, do you call it mouse gas? What gas do you spray that mice don't like? I imagine onion. You can spray them with onion juice. Yeah!
There we go.
That'd make anybody upset.
It's just... yeah.
Oh no! Rain Man, no! Ooh, death right. I think that was pretty close to the end of that. Panzer Dave is making the push to the left as well, though.
That's good.
Oh, that... the little ball of death. That was rough, and unfortunately Panzer Dave did not go far enough to the left. Oh, no, never mind. He gets to start in this area as well. Get the cheese, and get going. Yeah, Rain Man has 10 lives left. Drex has 13. That is just awesome. I don't like the bed springs, though.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, geez, that made me remember. Yeah, I spent years sleeping on a mattress that had a spring poking out of it. Like, right in the middle. You know, I'd have to adjust it a little bit, sometimes put, like, a pillow over it so that the spring wasn't poking me in the back. Yeah, you should definitely invest in mattresses instead of sleeping on a broken mattress for years.
Definitely, yeah. I kind of had that issue. Like, also kind of like somewhat, like the box spring was kind of like bending in, so it ended up like kind of like absorbing some of that from the springs. Didn't feel that bad. But then we got a new bed frame and they put a mattress on it. It's like, oh crap! Now I can feel that spring right into me. So I had to replace a mattress too.
I love that Chad is calling for this hotel to be shut down. I would agree with that. Jeez. I mean, there's a mouse in it. You can't have a mouse running around in the hotel. You gotta kill it. You're not...
Yeah.
Well, they're doing an okay job.
Yeah. They're trying, but...
Yeah, I think Drex is killing baby mice, though I'm not completely sure.
Yeah, I've been wondering what those were, too.
Oh, we're so close to the end. Like, here's the deal. Dave has no extra lives. A death here would be Oh, no! That would be it. That's the end of his attempts. Which, I mean, I think that is still ahead of Blaze, if I'm not mistaken. Moonblaze Wolf on the bottom left. Nice job, bro. Jinxes don't exist. It's all a figment of your imagination. Maybe a pigment of your imagination, too. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. I think, do you need regulations that strict over hotels? Is it fine for them to have a spring poking out? I imagine that, like, supply and demand, if eventually enough people stop going to this hotel, it's not going to be a problem, you know?
I feel like with that many springs poking down, you're going to notice who's laying the mattress and go down and complain.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I should have done that. I just did not like complaining when I was a kid. So I had a mattress with the spring poking out of it for years.
So it looks like Drex is in air vents, which have, I guess, lasers in them? Or is that just bad wiring?
It looks like Snoopy. I would say on purpose. I'm judging that based off of Snoopy. Who knows if any of that game was on purpose, you know?
That's a good point.
Hey, Blaze. Still making a good push. Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta keep going because you do not know where the other players have gotten yet.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Blaze under the foot. Right now, honestly, Blaze and Drex are the two players who can make more progress than they have in the past. Drex is still in the lead. First place. Blaze is in fourth, but depending on... Oh, well, no. I think that's a game over. Let's go ahead and watch until the end of the video to see how Drex does with this.
Yeah, let's see. Because I'm curious, this is farther than I've seen.
Oh, Xander is saying regulations are important. You can't just let the market dictate what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I just have to laugh about stuff. Well, here we go, right towards the end. 30 seconds left. What is Drex going to be able to do? There's a bat. Don't let the bat get you. Oh, don't. It wants you.
Let's see what's behind this. Oh, more pipes. Ooh, bendy pipes. That's going to be...
That's a
nice.
problem. Wait, bendy pipes with instant death at the bottom?
Good. That was so nice of them to do that.
Oh, good. I like video games. They're so here. Well, everybody, I hit the timer 1 second too early, but that's okay, because guess what? That is time. That is it. Oh, Feltemp, this was a fantastic time. I actually kind of want to play this game sometime. Just a little bit, you know? I don't think it's... I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would be too long to beat either. Like, that sort of is my assessment. It's charming enough for the Game Boy that I could see myself playing this.
This feels like the kind of game that I could see someone watching here going to be like, I'm going to speedrun this. This feels like, well, at least, I don't know about speedrunning, but this looks kind of like a speedrunnable bad game.
Yeah, I think so. And the thing is, Game Boy has a lot of games that where everything looks the same, but it doesn't here, and that is great. Let me invite Drex to come chat if he would like. I would love to see what his opinions are. Ah, there we go. There's Drex. Hello there.
Hello.
Hey, congratulations on your victory today.
Thanks.
Man. Yeah, so honestly, I was watching this game and I thought I could enjoy this. This could be a fun game to play. What are your thoughts?
I hate to say it, but yeah, it controls a little slippery, but once you like figure that out, it's not terrible. The music is terrible.
The music's terrible? I like the music.
No, we can have different opinions on.
Like, sure, some of it sounded like Action 52, but not all of it. Like, I feel a little bit bad at saying that, but, like, seriously, I've listened to way too much Action 52 music and it destroyed my soul. Yeah, but I don't know. I might have to give this a shot sometime. I mean, they made Barbie.
The levels are pretty easy to like read once you kind of figure out where it checkpoints you and that kind of thing. And then there's a lot of one-up loops. That's what made it to where I could get as far as I got. Once I found the one-up loops, it was pretty easy to kind of get through where I needed to.
A lot of people really don't like doing a little grinding during the matches because it feels like you're wasting time. But at the same time, if it saves you time because you don't have to play the whole beginning of the game over again, it's worth it many times.
And then once I noticed that the cookies gave you extra health, that helped out a lot too.
Yay.
And made your tail bigger.
Yeah. And you could take more. Yeah, you could take more than one hit. You had a big tail. It's good stuff. Ah, well, cool. Drex, I really enjoyed this match. I'm glad that you were able to get through it and do as well as you did. You know, are definitely going to make it to at least round 3, so you've got a solid start here. By the way, is there anything that people should know about you that you're streaming these days or anything else happening?
I do a lot of like charity events and that kind of thing. I help run an organization called Retro Block Party, and we have an event coming up pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. And what I stream on my own channel, I just kind of stick to retro, and I do requests and that kind of thing a lot of times. So that kind of helps me because people like to torture me. So I've seen a lot of bad games now.
Yeah,
so that helps.
Well, welcome to the life. Thank you so much, Drex. Yeah, go. Everybody, the people who are streaming today are definitely on Twitch. The names that we used on the layout are their Twitch channels. Go and follow them. Go give them love. It's been a joy to have you, Drex. You take care, and thank you, Fel, for choosing this game.
No problem.
You both.
Talk to you both later. Everybody, this is Ku5ogrande. I'm going to run a short ad while I get ready to set up, so be right back.